Well, hello, everybody, and thank you for coming to our monthly training. Today, I want to show you the new metrics area at the discussion level. So if you go to any of your individual discussions and um, click on it, you may recall that there are some stats here at the bottom that tell you how many people saw it online, how many people saw this discussion via email. And previously, if you clicked on these, there were some downloadable reports listing the users who saw it via online or email. But now, if you click onto this, you will be taken to a new screen that has a lot of different metrics and data that may be helpful um, for you. Um, First off, we'll show you there is a progress bar here that is showing you the emails as they're being sent out. Right now, it says 100% of the emails were sent. And we can see the different metrics here. If there were any replies, we would be able to see those. The web views versus email views, there's still downloadable reports here that you can click on, and it will give you a list of those users that have viewed the discussion via email or web. If there were any mobile app views, if that is applicable to your community, then you would see those as well. Then you have a list of bounces, and you have all the emails that were sent. So this is a list of everybody who received the email. And if there are any pending emails to be sent, you would be able to see those under emails to be sent. Now we have a few different graphs here. For example, this one breaks down what type of device people have viewed that discussion. As you can see here, this one says about 25% of users who viewed this message opened it on their desktop on a Chrome browser. And then you can see some of the other options that are there. This graph is breaking the subscriptions down by how many people are opted into immediate daily or weekly digest, or how many people aren't subscribed from this group. And then you can see the opens for the first 24 hours. So that is breaking it down into the first 24 hours and how many users opened that email. As we can see, an hour two, there were 380 opened. And then some more as the day went by. You can also break it down into the first 7 days. So we see that the first day had the most opens, then there were some on the second and fifth days. Now this graph over here, it's once again breaking it down by device, which we can see most people saw this via desktop. And there is some unknown, and these are just these devices based on their security settings are just showing up as unknown. Now there is also some tools here at the top that allow you to manage this particular discussion. So if you go to management, you can edit the post. You can also view the post. You can soft delete or archive a post as well. You can physically delete it, and that is something that cannot be undone. If there were emails pending to be sent, you could potentially cancel those emails. Or if this is something that was to be included in a digest, you can also push it out immediately from here. Under the drip marketing, you can target a new post, create a new post, and send it to the users who opened this email. You can also target users who did not open the email and create a new post or a newsletter. So you can create a discussion post or a newsletter and target those those openers or non-openers of this email. And you can also re-engage users. You can send this discussion to new subscribers. That is, if anybody that has been recently added to the group or recently joined the community and did not receive this email at the time it was sent, you could send it to those new users. And you can also re-engage non-openers by resending it to those users that did not open the email. Um, so that is the new metrics in marketing area at the discussion level. Does anybody have any questions about it?
I have a quick question, if you don't mind.
Of course.
Um, so are these metrics visible to just the overall admins, or are they also available to like group admins that we designate?
So all super users can see that those metrics. If there's a group admin, they would be able to see those metrics as well.
Okay.
Regular users may potentially see the numbers on the discussion, but they're not able to click onto the screen with the metrics.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question too. So the data that you're showing, this is at the individual email level so that we can track, or individual post level, so
Yeah.
that we can track the success of an individual post. Is there data we can see holistically for on this type of data of posts in general and by group?
There is some reports that will give you like the organizational view of some of these items. We
Okay.
have, for example, like the unsubscribe report. It shows you everything for all of the groups that there are, if there are unsubscriptions or bounces or things like that. You can also there's a couple other reports that again it has information at the organizational level. So there's nothing right now that is currently broken down into groups. Um, but we always like to hear the feedback. So
Sure.
if something that we could potentially work in the future.
Yeah, we have a suspicion that our members are mostly using the tool via their email
Mhm.
versus actually logging in. And so we'd love to be able to see by group our posts, are people responding to posts via email, looking at posts via email, or are they actually logging in and participating?
And, and like I mentioned, yeah, there's some of those reports already that are at the organizational level. For example, the engagement report gives you a list of all the new discussions that were started, discussions that have no reply, and a unique user list of people who started or replied to a discussion. And so you can see those. Um,
Is there one that shows if it's via email or via logging on to the platform?
there is a under tools a received email history. So you can see all of the ones that have been submitted via email this way. But besides just numbers, there is not one currently that gives you unique discussions and tells you this was via email and this was via the website.
Okay.
There, yeah.
That would just be helpful for the future. So something to think about to have data around email or actually via the platform.
Right. Um, yeah, something some of you may not know either is this about this report, the emails received report, that shows you the last 30 days of emails that have come into the system. Um, so you can see, everything that is coming in.
Noelle, I know that that number at the bottom of the email is where we click to get to this report. And Alexa shared that you can put the number of the reply in to see the same data. Can you show me how to do that? So that, in other words, if the original post went to, 987 people saw it by email, there's a way to look at a replies, the report for the reply.
So in that same screen, there is a replies. This particular example I'm showing you does not have any replies, but you would be able to see the number of replies here. And if you click on it, you would have the downloadable report of the list of users who have replied to it.
So it wouldn't have the same set of metrics, but at least I mean, I guess what the goal is I'm trying to make sure the reply reached everyone.
Okay. I don't know if I have something here that may have a reply. Um, But like you said, if you see this here, you can click on it and it'll take you to that. Um, let's see if I have something with a reply. And that also might be something that Alexa was working on too, adding to the replies, if
Okay.
that's something rarely apparent here. But yeah, this will only download the name of the users.
Okay.
Mm. Were there any other questions regarding the marketing or anything else really? Now it's the time that you can ask any other question. Does anybody have any suggestions for future trainings that something that we may not have covered yet and might be helpful?
Have you, excuse me, have you already done trainings on the volunteer management um port whatever it's called, I don't know, the volunteer management portal area or the mentor management portal?
Not as a monthly training, but that is something that we
Okay.
can consider doing in the future.
Those two would be great.
Yep. Right. Well, thank you all for joining me today for the training. There's anybody else has any other questions? I'll be around for a few more minutes.
No, Ellie. Hi, it's Betsy. I was just, do you have, I know this recorded, is there a library of these somewhere that we can look at past recordings?
Yes, I can post it on SendYou later when I um post this training.
Okay.
But if you go to SendYou, there is a link here that takes you to our video library,
Oh,
and
excellent.
and that takes you straight to that YouTube playlist with all of the previous training.
Great. Thank you.
Mhm. Thank you all.
Just a reminder before you run off, we have our quarterly meeting next week, so hopefully we will see you there.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye, Sherry.